chapter 11. I'm sorry, chapter 11. 7 we completed, and now today we are 8th on text 8th onwards. Okay, so in the previous section we discussed that how Lord Rama gives his whole kingdom in charity. Okay, that's what we discussed. And then Lord Ram gave everything in charity to the Brahmanas, and then Brahmanas in return they were so happy, and but they gave everything back to Lord Rama, that you can rule on behalf of us, like that. So now 8th onwards, Lord Ram, the next part of the story, that Lord Ram banishes Mother Sita into the forest, like that. So 8th one, 9.11.8. कदाचिल्लोक जिज्ञासुर्गूढ़ो रात्र्याम् अलक्षितः चरन् वाचो शरणोदरामो भार्याम् उद्दिश्य कस्यचित्. Kadachit, once upon a time, Loka Jigyasu, desiring to know about the public, Gudha, hiding himself by a disguise, Ratrayam, at night, Alakshitaha, without being identified by anyone else, Charan, walking, Vachaha, speaking, Ashranot, heard Ramaha, Lord Ramchandra, Bharyam, unto his wife, Udishya, indicating Kashyachit, of someone. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shukdev Goswami continued, once while Lord Ramchandra was walking at night incognito, hiding himself by a disguise to find out the people's opinion of himself, he heard a man speaking unfavorably about his wife Sita Devi. Okay, so Lord Ram was doing like this, that sometime he will go there and he will check, like hiding himself. So actually this is very good for a king to go in this way and find out what the citizens are thinking about him. Yes, so citizens views they will get to know. Some kings used to do, and Lord Ram especially used to do, to know that. Okay. Okay, one second. Okay. So once in the night, as incognito, Lord went there and he heard someone speaking about his wife. So what he saw is described. To begin his pastime of renouncing the mortal world, becoming detached from everything, the someone was a devious person who suddenly came and lived there. So it was anyway part of Leela. So Jiva Goswami says that the someone was a devious person who suddenly came and lived there. Okay. Nabham bibhrami tvam dushtam asatim para veshmagam straino hi bibhrayat sitam ramo naham bhaje punaha. So this is the what he said, that man, what he said, naham bibhrami tvam dushtam asatim para veshmagam गाम स्त्रैणो हि बिभ्रयात् सीताम रामो नाहम भजे पुनः. Na, not aham, I vibhrami, can maintain tvam, you dushtam, because you are polluted. Asatim, unchaste, paraveshmagam, one who has gone to another man's house and committed adultery. Strainaha, a person who is henpecked. He indeed bibhrayat, can accept Sita, even Sita. Rama, like Lord Ramchandra, na, not aham, I bhaje, shall accept punaha again. Speaking to his unchaste wife, the man said, you go to another man's house, and therefore you are unchaste and polluted. I shall not maintain you anymore. A henpecked husband like Lord Ram may accept a wife like Sita who went to another man's house, but I am not henpecked like him, and therefore I shall not accept you again. That's what he said. Iti lokad bahumukhad दुराराध्याद असंविदः पत्या भीतेन सा त्यक्ता प्राप्ता प्राचेत साश्रमम्. Iti thus lokat, from persons bahumukhat, who can talk nonsensically in various ways. Duraradhyat, whom it is very difficult to stop. Asamvidaha, who are without full knowledge. Patya, by the husband. Bhitena, being afraid. Sa, mother Sita. Tyakta, was abandoned. Prapta, went. Prachetasa, ashramam, to the hermitage of Prachetas Valmiki Muni. Shukdev Goswami said, men with a poor fund of knowledge and a heinous character speak nonsensically. Because just now what this person said, that Ram is like that, Sita, all those things, the previous sloka. So Shukdev Goswami is saying that men with a poor fund of knowledge and a heinous character speak nonsensically. Fearing such rascals, Lord Ramchandra abandoned his wife Sita Devi, although she was pregnant. Thus, Sita Devi went to the ashram of Valmiki Muni. Okay. Antarvatani agate kale yamausa sushuve sutau kusho lava iti khyatau tayos chakre kriya munihi. Antarvatni, the pregnant wife, agate, arrived, kale, in due course of time, Yamau, twins, Sa, Sita Devi, Susuve, gave birth to Sutau, two sons, Kushaha, Kush, Lavaha, love, Iti, thus, Khyatau, celebrated, Tayo, of them, Chakre, performed, Kriyaha, the ritualistic ceremonies of birth, Munihi, the great sage Valmiki. When the time came, the pregnant mother Sita Devi gave birth to twin sons, later celebrated as Love and Kush. The ritualistic ceremonies for their birth were performed by Valmiki Muni. Okay, so in this way Love and Kush was born there. 11th shloka. Angadaschitra-ketuscha Lakshmanashyatmajau smritau taksha pushkala iti asatam bhartasya mahipate. Angad, Chitraketu, Chitraketu cha, also Lakshmanasya, of Lord Lakshman. Atmajau, two sons, Smritau, were said to be Taksha, Pushkalaha, Pushkal iti, thus Asatam. Astam were Bhartasya, of Lord Bharat. Mahipate, O King Parikshit, O Maharaj Parikshit. O Maharaj Parikshit, Lord Lakshman had two sons named Angad and Chitraketu, and Lord Bharat also had two sons named Taksha and Pushkala. Subahu Shruta Senascha Shatrughnaस्य Babhuvatuhu Gandharvan Kotisho Jagmne Bharto Vajaye Disham Tadiyam Dhanam Aniya Sarvam Ragye Nyavedyat Shatrughanascha Madho Putram Lavanam Nama Rakshasam Hatva Madhuvane Chakre Mathuram Nama Vaipurim. Subahu, Shrut Sena cha, also Shatrughanasya, of Lord Shatrughan, Babhuvatuhu, were born Gandharvan, persons related with the Gandharvas, who were mostly pretenders. Kotishaha, by the tens of millions. Jagne, killed Bhartaha, Lord Bharat. Vijaye, while conquering Disham, all direction. Tadiyam, of the Gandharvas. Dhanam, riches. Aniya, bringing Sarvam, everything. Ragye, and to the king, Lord Ramchandra. Naivedyat, offered Shatrughna cha, and Madho, of Madhu, Putram, the son, Lavanam, Lavannama, by the name Rakshasam, a man-eater. Hatva, by killing Madhuvane, in the great forest known as Madhuvan. Chakre, constructed Mathuram, Mathura. Nama, by the name Vai, indeed Purim, a great town. Shatrughan had two sons named Subahu and Shrutasena. When Lord Bharat went to conquer all directions, he had to kill many millions of Gandharvas, who were generally pretenders. Taking all their wealth, he offered it to Lord Ramchandra. Shatrughna also killed a Rakshasa named Lavana, who was the son of Madhu Rakshas. Thus he established in the great forest known as Madhuban, the town known as Mathura. So the Mathura Mathura city was established by Shatrughna. He killed there this Lavadasur. मुनौ निक्षिप्य तनयौ सीता भ्रात्रा विवासिता ध्यायन्ती रामचरणौ बिभ्रम praviveshaha. Munau, unto the great sage Valmiki, nikshipya, giving in charge, Tanayau, the two sons Lava and Kusha, Sita, mother Sita Devi, Bhratra, by her husband, Vivasita, banished, Dhyayanti, meditating upon, Ramacharano, the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra, Vivram, within the earth, Pravivesha, she entered, ha, indeed. Being forsaken by her husband, Sita Devi entrusted her two sons to the care of Valmiki Muni. Then, meditating upon the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra, she entered into the earth. So, it was impossible for from Lord Ramchandra. Therefore, after entrusting her two sons to the care of Valmiki Muni, she entered into the earth. So there are various versions. Bhagavatam says like that, but some like Ramcharitmanas, I think, also says the other story, like Mother Sita came to Ayodhya and in front of everyone she entered in the earth, like that. But Bhagavatam is saying that she entered there only, okay, like that. So Valmiki Ramayana also has some difference than Ramcharitmanas. So that's a different maybe in different kalpa it happened, little different details may change in different kalpas. So that's what it is. Okay. तच्छ्रुत्वा भगवान् रामो रुन्दम् अपि धिया शुचः स्मरंश्च तस्या गुणांस्तांस्तान् न शक्नोदरोद्धुम् ईश्वरः. This the news of Sita Devi's entering the earth. Shrutva, hearing Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of God, Ramaha, Lord Ramchandra, Rundam, trying to reject, Api, although. Dhiya, by intelligence, Surshaha, grief, Smaran, remembering, Tasyaha, of her Gunan, qualities, Tantan, under different circumstances, Na, not Ashaknot, was able, Rodhum, to check Ishvara, although the Supreme Controller. After hearing the news of Mother Sita's entering the earth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was certainly aggrieved. Although he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, upon remembering the exalted qualities of Mother Sita, he could not check his grief in transcendental love. Okay. Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in purport that Lord Ramchandra's grief at the news of Sita Devi's entering the earth is not to be considered material. In the spiritual world also there are feelings of separation, but such feelings are considered spiritual bliss. Grief in separation exists even in the absolute, but such feelings of separation in the spiritual world are transcendentally blissful. Such feelings are a sign of tasya prem Vashyatva Swabhava, being under the influence of Haladni Shakti and being controlled by love. In the material world, such feelings of separation are only a perverted reflection. So, in the spiritual world, true love is there, and in that perverted reflection is there in this material world in the form of love. So, that is why it is called lust, it is not love. Okay. So, although Lord Ram was the Supreme Lord, he could not check his grief since his nature is to be controlled by prema. Because Lord Ram is controlled by love of his devotees, so when Lord is separated from his devotees, he feels sad. That is why Lord created this whole material world. Because Lord is very sad, because so many jivas are away from Lord and they are struggling in the material world under the influence of material existence, under the influence of Maya. So Lord wants that everyone should come back. So he created this material world so that you can realize that, because Jivatma has forgotten, but Lord does not forget us. So because Jivatma has forgotten Lord, so Lord created this material world. So in this way, in this material world, people are not Lord created this so that why Jiva came away from Lord? To become enjoyer, to satisfy himself, his senses, away from the Lord, separately, independently from Krishna, from Rama. So Lord created this and gave the facility so that you can try your best to satisfy your senses. But at the same time, Lord knows that you cannot get satisfied, because you, by nature, you are my servant, you are supposed to serve me. So if you do anything without your nature, then you will never be satisfied. So Lord created this world and he gave you little facility so that you can try to satisfy, but you will never be satisfied. And Lord also Lord loves you, so he wants you. So Lord left this world like that. He created this material world in such a way, the design of this material world is in such a way that it will never give you satisfaction. And that is why you will try everything. In this material world, we can try everything. Okay, whatever is there in this material world, the topmost level of pleasure also we can try. Right? So in this material world, the highest kind of pleasure is considered sexual pleasure. That also one can try. But what else? He will not be satisfied. So that is why Lord created everything but did not create the satisfaction in this world. So Jiva will try and try different options of this material world to get satisfied. But what will happen? He will not be satisfied. So then he will look towards the Lord, and then Lord will come, okay, come to me, and then he will meet with the Lord, and then he will be satisfied. So that's why there is a this world is not complete. The incompleteness is there. That dissatisfaction is there. That's why in search of that satisfaction, Jiva will go to Krishna. Okay, that's why Krishna designed it like that. So that is why it is said that this material world is a love letter of Krishna for Jivatma. Jivatma loves, Krishna loves Jivatma very much. That's why Krishna is always anxious to bring us back to him. That's why Krishna is creating many situations and facilities so that we can understand our real position, to go back home, back to Godhead and serve Krishna. Krishna is sending many devotees like Srila Prabhupada, pure devotees to enlighten us so that we can understand what our real position is. Yes? So, this is the great thing. When a devotee comes in our life, don't think it is just a coincidence. It is direct the plan of Krishna to send a devotee in the life. So that devotee who comes in our life, that's not some normal personality, because he is selected by Krishna and sent to our life. Right? So it's not a coincidence that you were just met somebody in temple or on the road or in social media and started talking. No, it's all arranged by God, Krishna, so that he can enlighten you, so that you can come back to Krishna. So we have to be very grateful to the God, to the Krishna, that he has done some personal effort in our life. Right? Personally, Krishna intervened in our life. He selected one personality and he made such an arrangement, and he made that personality enter into our life and enlightened us. Okay, so like that we have to see. So in that way, if we see, then Srila Prabhupada, Krishna personally sends in Srila Prabhupada and go and enlighten this Jivatma. Srila Prabhupada came and gave books, temples, prasadam, knowledge, everything. Right? So that's the great thing. So Krishna, why he is doing this? Why he is doing this much? Because he loves us. Right? That's why he is again and again arranging many things. So that's how it is. So like when a child goes away from the home, then parents will send different relatives and friends that please bring him back, like that. And sometimes parents himself goes. So sometimes Krishna himself comes, right? Like Lord Ram, like Lord Narsimha himself comes to show that I am your eternal well-wisher, right? Supreme Father, come to me. So this whole prapanch, this whole material world is designed just what is the purpose of this material world? दुनिया बनाने वाले काहे को दुनिया बनाई? What is the cause? There is a song like that. Why you made this world? So the world, Krishna, God, He created this world so that Jivatma can understand his mistake, his real position, and can re-establish this relationship with Krishna. Jivatma can come back to Krishna. So Krishna, just see, it just only to bring back, just to bring us back in Goloka, Krishna created such a huge creation, so that we can understand that our real position is not here, our real position is there. So He created so much big war, right? Many millions and millions and millions of universes, huge material world, everything He created, right? You just see outside so many things Krishna created, right? To prove what? To prove that you can enjoy everything, but still you will not be satisfied. You will be satisfied only when you come to me. That's the trick. Okay. So Krishna, okay. So even though Lord Ram was the Supreme Lord, he could not control his anxiety, his grief, since his nature is to be controlled by prema, love of the devotees. So स्त्री संगीनाम गति मित्यादि पूर्वमुक्तम यथार्थवे दृढ़ज्ञामस्तद्यमनत्करणं दृश्यति तच्छ्रुत्वेति ईश्वरोऽपि तत्परतारापन्यः वयः अहो तस्या भक्तिगुणानां महिमेति भावः. His inner feelings are revealed to confirm what was previously said. He wanted to broadcast the miseries arising from associating with women. Though he was the Lord, he acted in this way. Such was the greatness of her qualities of bhakti. So this thing, Jiva Goswami is saying that he wanted to broadcast the miseries arising from associating with women. Okay, so that in the 10th chapter, 11th shloka, it is explained that Lord Ram acted this pastime. Why? So that this thing, this message he wanted to give, that if you associate with women, you will be suffering like this. Okay. Okay. So Lord does this kind of very high level of pastime with his very closest devotees. Okay, like using Lord Shiva, Mother Sita, like that, to show the people, right? Because these high level topmost devotees only can participate in this kind of leela, because others will, their faith will be disturbed, right? So otherwise people may think, why devotees are getting troubled, why there are miseries in the life of devotees. There are miseries, anxieties in the devotee's life. Krishna is giving them so that people will understand that, see, this is my devotee, he is not disturbed by these much miseries. That is the glory of my devotee. He is still fixed in my bhakti. Despite of so many problems, he is still engaged in my bhakti, right? So and his faith in me is not disturbed. To show these things, Krishna selects some very specific devotees and he does this kind of leela. Okay, so there will be so much anxiety sometime in the life of devotees, and these devotees will not be disturbed. They will still do bhakti, they will do preaching and everything, and they will glorify Krishna. And in this way, these devotees will glorify Krishna, and Krishna will glorify these devotees, that you see my devotees. Like my spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, right? Despite of this much health problems, but still he goes on preaching. Okay, that's the point. स्त्री पुं प्रसंग एतादृक् सर्वत्र त्रासम् आवह अपीश्वराणां किम् उत ग्रामस्य गृहचेतसा. स्त्री पुं प्रसंगः, attraction between husband and wife or men and women, etadrik, like this, sarvatra, everywhere, trasam avaha, the cause of fear, api, even, ishwaranam, of controllers, kim uta, and what to speak of, gramasya, gramyasya, of ordinary men of this material world, griha chetasa, who are attached to materialistic household life. The attraction between men and women or male and female always exists everywhere, making everyone always fearful. Such feelings are present even among the controllers like Brahma and Lord Shiva, and in the cause of fear for them, what to speak of others who are attached to household life in this material world. So, the such attraction between men and women, etadrik stripum prasangaha, ishwaranam api trasam avaha, is a ishwaranam api trasam avaha. Trasam avaha is a cause of samsara even for Brahma and others, ishwaranam, other controllers in this life and the sarvatra, next life, everywhere. Kim uta gramasya. So what to speak of common people, gramasya, common people, what to speak of common people who are grihachetsa, who are attached to their houses. So this attraction between men, women, male, female always exists everywhere, and because of this attraction only everybody is fearful. So these feelings are present even among the controllers like Brahma and Shiva, and this attraction is the cause of fear for even them. So what to speak of this normal people, okay, because they are already attached to their household life in this material world. As explained above, when the feelings of love and transcendental bliss from the spiritual world are pervertedly reflected in this material world, they are certainly the cause of bondage. So as long as men feel attracted to women in this material world and women feel attracted to men, the bondage of repeated birth and death will continue. Okay. But in the spiritual world, where there is no fear of birth and death, such feelings of separation are the cause of transcendental bliss. In the absolute reality, there are varieties of feeling, but all of them are of the same quality of transcendental bliss. So all the feelings are there in spiritual world, but they are transcendentally situated. But in material world, all feelings become pervertedly reflected. So they cause the bondage. So here Prabhupada very clearly in the straightforward language he said that as long as man is attracted to women, women is attracted to men, they will continue their material existence. Problem solved. Okay, solution is we can understand. Prabhupada gave very straightforward. No is here there, only straight answer. As long as a man is attracted to a woman is attracted to man, their material existence, birth and death will continue. Okay, so no other this thing here there. So now point is how I will stop my attraction towards women. That's the point. So for that I have to control myself, but that's not easy. So easy process is that I can just divert it. See, something is okay, let me tell you like this. So long back when I was very young, I saw one movie. You will say every time he is telling about movies. So I am just telling you this example so that you can easily catch up. So it was very old. I was very young that time. I watched this in TV. It was about a train. So that train was burning. Okay. So in the train, whole train caught fire and everybody was afraid, and the train was running so fast and they lost the control also. They are not able to stop the train, and it is burning also, and it will hit somewhere, we don't know what it all. So they were not able to stop the train. So what they did, they diverted the train's direction as a solution. They diverted the train direction to a normal place where no crowd is there, and there they made a big some dust or soil or whatever, somehow they, but the point is that they were not able to control it, because if it is in too much speed, if they all of a sudden stop, then everything will be too much problem will happen. So they just diverted it to other direction. So in that they put lot of dust and all on the track, and then gradually the speed was slowed down. So that's what the solution is, that I have so much attraction for this material world, for women, for money, whatever it is. Here in this case, especially Prabhupada is talking men attraction for women, women attraction for men. So I have so much attraction. So what to do? So I cannot control it because it's too much. There's too much flow. So what to do? I have to just divert it. So it will be easy job. Divert towards where? Towards Krishna. So now the center of attraction for me is women. And so now what I have to do? I have to make the center of attraction for me as Krishna. So my focus of my attraction should be Krishna. So when my focus of attraction becomes Krishna, then easily I will forget other thing. Why? Because that if there is some kind of happiness I am deriving, so I am more and more getting attracted. So now I am attracted toward women, and then I am driving some happiness. So if so because of that little happiness, I am getting more and more attracted towards that thing. So when I divert myself towards Krishna, then I will get some happiness from Krishna, and this happiness which I get from material side is material, so it will never make me satisfied. But this happiness is spiritual, this is transcendental. So this will come, that I will experience more happiness, more, and that happiness will be transcendental happiness, spiritual happiness beyond this material world. That kind of happiness I will start experiencing, maybe little bit, because my initial effort will be less, right? So but that little also will be more, and then I will experience this spiritual happiness, then I will get more attracted toward Krishna, then I'll experience more spiritual happiness, and then I'll get more attracted towards Krishna. So like this, both the process goes. So then one day will come, I will completely lose my taste, my attraction for women, men, like that. Okay, so that's what Yamunacharya is saying, that where many times Prabhupada quoted that was Yadavadimam Chitte Krishna Padaravindayo, that the time on since the time I started worshipping Lord Krishna's lotus feet, and I have established Krishna's lotus feet in my heart, in my mind, since then whenever this sex thought comes in my mind, I feel to spit, right? So that's what, because he just lost the taste in that, he just lost all the attraction towards that. Okay, so why? Because he is now attracted towards Krishna, and he is experiencing so much transcendental bliss. So that's the point. So that is the solution here. Okay. So people who are attached to lust or women, so they can it's very difficult for them to get out of this material world. Okay, so they will still they will keep sinking in this samsara, in this material world, in this ocean of bhautik, material ocean. So this attachment exists even for Brahma and others, producing samsara in this world and the next, sarvatra. Here it says trasam. Trasam means that, trasha means that problems, miseries, samsara. And in this world, and sarvatra, everywhere. So since it is material, and how it arises? It arises from lust. Okay. So so this is indicated here that in the case of here Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra, what happens that there is an appearance of material association in their relationship, but it is not factual. It looks like materially attached, but it's spiritual, it is transcendental, since Their relationship is spiritual and arises from prema. So one should not think that Lord Ram is attached to Mother Sita like a material man is attached to the woman. Okay, because that the love between Lord Ramchandra and Mother Sita is transcendental love. Okay, therefore here it is said na, that even the Ishwaras, okay, here if you see the shloka, Ishwaranam api trasam, Ishwaranam api trasam avaha. That means here it said that even the Ishwaras, even the controllers are attached or in this attraction of material world or lust or attraction of women. So this Ishwaranam should not be taken like that even Lord Ram is also attached. No, this is for Devtas. Okay, that's what here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining, that this is for Devtas but not to the Supreme Lord Ramchandra. Lord Ramchandra is not materially attached to the Sita Devi, or he is not affected by lust. He is pure, he is Supreme Lord. How can he lust affect Lord Ram? It will never happen. So Lord Ram and Mother Sita, they are transcendental. Their love is transcendental love. Okay. So that has to be very clearly understood. Yeah. Because sometimes people see that thing as in this way, like Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani or Ram, Sita, like that. So it is not material, it's completely transcendental. Okay. So this kind of attraction between Mother Sita Devi and Lord Ramchandra produces this kind of, one should like if they are materially like men and women, then they will their material existence will increase. If a man materially attached to a woman in this material world, their samsara, their miseries will exist or increase. Okay. Okay. So even Brahma Shiva, even Lord Brahma also not free from this. Then what to speak of Gramyasya, that like means a normal people. Okay. So this ordinary relationship of men and women thought to be similar to theirs produces fear of samsara. Okay. So that also, if somebody thinks that Lord Ram and Mother Sita's love is also material love, that also is not good, that they will also suffer in this material world. Okay. Okay. 18th. Tat urdvam brahmacharyam dharyam ajuhot prabhu trayodashabd sahasram agnihotram akhanditam. Tataha, thereafter, urdvam, after Mother Sita is going into the earth, brahmacharyam, complete celibacy, dharyan, observing, ajuhot, performed a ritualistic ceremony and sacrificed Prabhu, Lord Ramchandra, Trayodas abda sahasram, for 13,000 years, agnihotram, the sacrifice known as Agnihotra Yagya, akhanditam, without ceasing. After Mother Sita entered the earth, Lord Ramchandra observed complete celibacy and performed an uninterrupted Agnihotra Yagya for 13,000 years. Okay. So, Smratam Hridi Vinyasya Viddham Dandaka Kantakai Swapad Pallavam Rama Atma Jyotir Agat Tataha. This is the 19th sloka. Smratam, of persons who always think of him, Hridi, in the core of the heart, Vinyasya, placing with them, pierce Dandak Kantakai, by thorns in the forest of Dandakaranya, while Lord Ramchandra was living there. Swapada Pallavam, the petals of his lotus feet, Rama, Lord Ramchandra, Atma Jyoti, the rays of his bodily luster, known as the Brahma Jyoti. Agad entered Tata, beyond the Brahma Jyoti, or in his own Vaikuntha planet. After completing the sacrifice, After completing the sacrifice, Lord Ramchandra, whose lotus feet were sometimes pierced by thorns when he lived in Dandakaranya, placed those lotus feet in the hearts of those who always think of him. Wow. Then he entered his own abode, the Vaikuntha planet beyond the Brahmajyoti. The lotus feet of the Lord are always a subject matter for meditation for devotees. Sometimes when Lord Ramchandra wandered in the forest of Dandakaranya, thorns pricked his lotus feet. The devotees, upon thinking of this, would faint. The Lord does not feel pain or pleasure from any action or reaction of this material world. But the devotee cannot tolerate even the pricking of the Lord's lotus feet by a thorn. For Lord, it's not a big problem. He's transcendental, but devotees feel very much pain. This was the attitude of the gopis when they thought of Krishna wandering in the forest with pebbles and grains of sand pricking his lotus feet. The tribulation in the heart of a devotee cannot be understood by karmis, jnanis or yogis. So gopis also used to think like that. Okay, when Krishna used to walk in the while grazing the cows. So the devotees who could not tolerate even thinking of the Lord's lotus feet being picked by a thorn were again put into tribulation by thinking of the Lord's disappearance. So now the point is that devotees were not able to tolerate this much pain, that Lord's feet are pricked by a thorn. That much only they cannot tolerate. Now how they will tolerate that Lord Ram is leaving, disappearing? So for the Lord had to return to his abode after finishing his pastime in this material world. Anyway, Lord has to go. So the word Atma Jyoti is significant. The Brahma Jyoti, which is greatly appreciated by Jnanis or monastic philosophers who desire to enter it for liberation, is nothing but the rays of the Lord's body. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti koti swasesha vasudhadi vibhuti bhinnam tada brahma niskalam anantam ashesha bhutam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is endowed with great power. The glowing effulgence of his transcendental form is the impersonal Brahman, which is absolute, complete and unlimited, and which displays the varieties of countless planets with their different opulences in millions and millions of universes. The Brahmajyoti is the beginning of the spiritual world, and beyond the Brahmajyoti are the Vaikuntha planets. In other words, the Brahmajyoti stays outside the Vaikuntha planets, just as the sunshine stays outside the sun. To enter the sun planet, one must go through the sunshine. Similarly, when the Lord or his devotee enter the Vaikuntha planets, they go through the Brahmajyoti. The Jnanis or monastic philosophers, because of their impersonal conception of the Lord, cannot enter the Vaikuntha planets, but they also cannot stay eternally in the Brahmajyoti. Okay. So thus after some time they fall again to this material world. Who went to Brahmajyoti only. These people, Jnanis or this, they cannot enter. They just reach Brahmajyoti. They cannot go through Brahmajyoti and reach the Vaikuntha planet. So they stay there in Brahmajyoti. So they cannot enter in Vaikuntha planet. So they will stay here. But they cannot stay here for long. So they fall again into this material world. Aruha krichena param padam tataha patanti adho anadrat yusmad angreyaha. The Vaikuntha planets are covered by the Brahmajyoti, and therefore one cannot properly understand what those Vaikuntha planets are unless one is a pure devotee. So exactly that Vaikuntha is how it is or what it is, one cannot understand unless one becomes the pure devotee. Okay. So, the Lord places his feet pierced by the thorns in the hearts of devotees not situated in Ayodhya. Let them faint, being pierced by thousands of thorns in their hearts. Thus it seems Ram did not have compassion for them. This is an example for Vyasastuti, criticism meant as praise. He attained his own spiritual abode beyond the material realm, where there is his own light, not that of Maya. So this kind of thing, that sometimes this is another kind of poetic way of explaining things. Like people criticize sometimes, like here it is said that he did not care about devotees' pain. So like that, like another verse, Rup Goswami says that don't go where Keshi Ghat. He's saying don't go Keshi Ghat because there one boy is there, Govind. If you see him, you will forget your relationship, material, everything, wife, husband, house, everything will forget. So don't go there. So that does not mean that he is saying don't go there. He is saying you go there. But the way of saying is different. That's another rasa is there, another mellow is there in that. So sometimes this is called Vyajastuti, like criticism. But criticism, people are criticizing Lord, but to glorify Him. Okay. Some devotees say, oh, Krishna is so bad because he stole my heart. Krishna is so bad because he is not caring for me. I am here struggling for his love and he is not coming, like that. Like gopis used to criticize sometimes Krishna. Okay, so it has to be understood with that transcendental vision. Okay. So, Lord Ram, after giving up this human-like pastime, rumors and lot of things happened, and he was separated from Mother Sita. Then he went to his own world, okay, where he can stay with Mother Sita always. So he appeared personally and constantly with great prema to those who remained there with a desire to protect the world. His feet appeared to be pierced, perceived by their prema in this manner. Okay, so Lord Ram was so much loved by the devotees, and then his feet appeared to be pierced, perceived by their prema with them in this manner. Okay, so here this nice shloka is there. Chalasi yad brajacharyam pashun naline sundaram nath te padam शील त्राणाकुरहि सिद्धदीति नहा कलिलताम मनः कांत गच्छति. Okay, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Dear Master, gopis are saying, dear Master, dear lover, when you leave the cowherd village to herd the cows, our minds are disturbed with the thought that your feet, more beautiful than a lotus, will be pricked by the spiked husk of grain and then the rough grass and plants. So gopis are very much disturbed because Krishna is walking barefoot on that grass and that in the jungle. So now all the devotees of Ayodhya, they were very much sad. They were remembering whole thing, how Lord Ram observed the order of his father and everything. Okay, so in this way these things are explained. Okay, now all these residents of Ayodhya, so Lord Ram went. Now Ayodhya Vasis also went to Vaikuntha, go Saket. So that is explained from 20th shloka onwards. Okay, so that we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Hare Krishna.